Hey there, book lovers.
And welcome to the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads, where two sisters dive headfirst into the world of spicy romance.
I'm Blondie.
And I'm Mare, and if there's one thing we love, it's a book that brings the heat.
From the slow burns that make you swoon to the downright scandalous reads that leave you blushing.
We're here to break it all down with hot takes, steamy plot recaps, and plenty of laughs.
No trope is off limits, no book is too spicy. Whether you're a seasoned romance reader
or just dipping your toes into the world of smutty fiction, we've got you covered.
So grab a drink,
get cozy, and let's talk spice. Hello!
Oh, shit. Hey there, everybody. Oh, I have to fix this.
Oh, goodness. It's been a while. How is everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. Is your microphone unmuted?
Yes, it's unmuted. Thank you.
Cool.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just double checking. All right. We ready for some fun action today?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All righty. Here we go.
Hold on. Okay. I need to get my reading glasses out, too. All right. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Blondie, bringing the emotional damage, caffeine, and questionable life choices that come with reading dark romance.
And I'm Mare, here to analyze the mess, label the tropes, and remind you that red flags are just spicy decor.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know. Stop digging around.
I know, but I can't see.
I did say digging. I said dicking.
Oh. Well, I'm doing both.
Let's zoom up on her.
No.
All right. Well,
Everything just fell out. Oh, I was looking for that. Oh. Well,
you couldn't have done this before we started recording.
you know what? Everybody loves my shenanigans.
Apparently not, though.
Why? Who's complaining?
We were told that people didn't like our technical difficulties.
Oh, you're.
Like, literally, you couldn't do this beforehand?
Yeah, seriously, I'm sorry, I don't have it. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome to episode 25 of the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads, everybody.
We're diving into Toxic by Nicole Blanchard, where love hurts, secrets burn, and no one gets out clean.
Ooh.
Are we ready to hit those trigger warnings real fast?
Trigger warnings.
All right. Let's put up this cover. Oh, wait. Let's put up that. There we go. And here come our trigger warnings.
Content and trigger warnings for Toxic by Nicole Blanchard. Dubious consent, non-consent. Praise kink. Pierced hero. Anal backdoor play. Coercion. Bondage. Domestic violence and abuse. Graphic violence. Blood and gore. Psychological manipulation. Explicit sexual content. Murder. Blackmail. Stalking. Sexual activity near a dead body. Abduction. Torture. Pregnancy and miscarriage, heroin, and captivity. If any of these subjects are triggering, we please ask you to not listen to this episode. Your mental health matters.
We're just diving right into the dark stuff again. Thank goodness we have a Christmas-themed one coming up next time.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we go. Here's our book summary as well. Toxic, a Dark Romance by Nicole Blanchard. My life has been a series of bad decisions. Marrying an abusive man was the first, but falling for a dangerous inmate where I'm a nurse may be the worst. He's brutal, heartless, and twisted. But he's also the only one to notice the bruises on my skin. His forbidden touch becomes my addiction, his drugging kisses my obsession. After I learn the truth about why he's in prison, I try to escape, but he finds me. Now I'm his prisoner. Dun, dun, dun. All right.
Right.
Now we got the overview and the trigger warnings. I hope you're buckled in, ladies.
Yeah. And welcome in Banana. She's our other sister of their sisterhood.
I know we need to have her back.
Soon.
Banana needs to come back for our next
January's
Magical Midlife Book 3.
Ooh, yeah.
Get on that, Banana. Start reading right now.
All right.
All right.
Hit the social media shout outs, Blondie.
Why did you say?
Oh, well, fine. I'll do it. Before we dive in, don't forget to follow us. Come and hang out in all the fun places.
We're on TikTok at the Steamy Sisterhood, YouTube at the Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads, and you can catch us on all your Steamy content, all their Steamy content on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well.
Read slower, and then you don't.
sorry.
Then you won't trip over your words so much.
So
Love
make
you.
sure to tag us, share your reactions, and join our sisterhood. That was Mare's, and I totally made sure I read it.
I hadn't gotten there yet, dude.
Yeah, you're welcome. I want to introduce everybody to our new purple pillow.
So we went. Okay, hold on. Random tangent. It's not too random. So we went and did some shopping for the new studio last weekend, and part of our shopping, which we should have uploaded some of the pictures, we were at American Furniture Warehouse, and we had to find something that matched the wall color to see if the chairs we were picking out would clash or not. So we had to run all over. The only thing we could find was this one purple pillow, which we then needed to take to the next store. So we had to buy the purple pillow. So you haven't even taken the tag off
I'm
yet
forever going to leave the $6 price tag on this pillow.
for our purple pillow of our random shopping extravaganza. But we did get our new chairs that will not sound like we're farting all the time
Yeah.
in the new studio, which hopefully will be in the new studio come January. It was supposed to be December, but now we're looking at January.
Yeah.
So
Builders. What can we do?
I know, jeez, but it'll be exciting. So you won't see this anymore. It'll be a sad day. We'll say goodbye to all the doors.
It'll be a good day.
It'll be an awesome day. It's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun time. We're excited. So
I'm super
all right,
excited. All right.
random tangent over, but
So let's dive in.
let's hit this.
Meet the madness.
In Toxic, Nicole Blanchard drags us deep into the world where passion and pain are two sides of the same scar.
Tessa Emerson thought she'd escaped the man who ruined her life until fate throws her back into the path of Grayson Kingsley, the one person she should never want again.
Oh.
You didn't time that very well.
But some addictions are impossible to quit.
Oh, bound by trauma, betrayal, and the ghosts of who they used to be, Tessa and Grayson's story asks the question,
How far would you go for one thing that keeps breaking you?
I know. This was an interesting book. I have thoughts.
I have thoughts too on this book.
And we actually met this author
We did meet
at
this
the
author.
at the Rocky Mountain Readers Retreat. She's awesome.
She was great.
She Miss Nicole Blanchard. She was a sweetheart. We love her.
Mm-hmm. She was great.
So-
I loved meeting her.
But we have honest thoughts.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right. If you had to label Tessa and Grayson's connection in one word, passion, punishment, or power, what would you pick and why?
Let's see. Passion, punishment, or power? Ooh, I would say, I know, I feel like my popcorn belongs there too. I would say passion, some of it, power, some of it. And I don't know if punishment is really appropriate. I don't think it's really punishment, like their relationship. I think it's more of mutual protectiveness, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of it's a little. I don't know if punishment's not appropriate. I would go with passion or power.
Okay.
What about you?
I think it's kind of in between the passion. Well, I don't know. I think it's more.
Are those even the right words to describe it?
I don't think so.
So
Maybe
what
that's
words would you use?
That's why I think I'm thrown off. I think it's more of like compassion, not passion.
Say that again.
Compassion. I think he has compassion for her. That turns into passion.
Yeah, I think that would be it. Maybe.
When he first meets her, I think he's more compassionate and then turns into it more of a protection and then passion.
Yeah, I think that would be more accurate.
Look at me saying stuff.
Me saying stuff?
Look at me saying stuff that you agree with.
I know.
Die young. Okay. You're up, my friend.
I know, I'm working on it.
Oh.
All right. Do you think Grayson is chasing redemption, control, or both? And where does that leave Tessa?
Ooh. Interesting. Yeah, just so everybody is aware, we do not ask each other these questions before the podcast, so that's why it takes us a minute to think about them.
Well,
we don't even talk about the books beforehand.
Well, we shouldn't. No, let's be accurate. We review the outline
Yeah.
of the show, like the segments and general talking points to split up who's going to say what in the lines. But when it comes to the questions, no, we don't pre-read the questions and we don't pre-think about our answers because we want our reactions to be authentic and genuine of what we truly think when the question is asked.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So again, let me reiterate one more time.
I think
Do you think Grayson is chasing redemption, control, or both? And where does that leave Tessa?
he is chasing redemption after everything, and that but before that it's a little more control. So I think it's both, and Tessa is in the middle of both of them because she's directly connected to both situations.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Grayson wasn't chasing anything until he met Tessa, and then he's definitely chasing both control and redemption. I feel like she gave him that opportunity. She opened the door when he met her. Mm-hmm. So,
and then when Tessa goes back, did you read it as love, survival, or self-destruction? That's a great question.
When Tessa goes back, I read it more as like goes back to Grayson, you mean?
I think so. I think that's what they're referring to.
I think when Tessa goes back to Grayson, I read it as love and survival. I feel like she loves him or needs him on a visceral level, but at the same time, it's also partial survival that she wants him as well. So, yeah, I feel that was important. So, all right, moving on because we're waiting for Kitty to come in. I'm going to ask the next question, even though it's your question. When Tessa goes back, oh no, you already asked that. So we're already done. We already wrapped up
Spice time.
the full segment. Holy moly, we are running on
Crazy.
full tank of gas tonight. Here we go.
Spicy breakdown.
I wonder if that was echoed. Oh, I think we muted that other one. Never mind.
We figured it out. There's no echo anymore. All right, spice rating.
All right, I'll go with my spiciness first.
All right, you rate yours first. Go for it.
I definitely give the spice like a 3. This isn't a spicy. The sex scenes aren't super spicy. They're well written, but they're not super spicy. To me.
I would concur. I would agree. I would also give this a 3 on the spice rating scale. Let's go over those spicy vibes before we hit our breakdown.
Yeah.
So, the spice vibes in this book are the intimacy feels volatile. So, born out of grief, guilt, and a pull neither of them can logically explain. Grayson's sorry. Yeah. The intimacy is volatile.
It is very volatile at the beginning. Then Grayson's obsession drives the tension. He needs to protect Tessa, his need to protect Tessa twists into something darker, more possessive, and impossible to ignore, which I completely agree with.
I think that's pretty accurate. For Tessa, every touch is equal parts comfort and confusion, a temporary escape from the pain that leaves her even more unsteady. I feel like she runs towards him because it's truly exciting and passionate and different for her versus what she's become accustomed to when we start talking about the spice scene tracker. We'll get into why I think she craves Grayson.
Yeah. The chemistry burns quick and sharp. More reaction than romance. Like striking a match too close to the gasoline.
Ooh. That's all kinds of fire. The scenes are emotional, impulsive, and haunting. Never gratuitous, always tangled in consequence. I do think that the spice scenes in this, which we'll get into those shortly, were very well written. I don't think that they were properly explicit in all the right ways, but not gratuitous.
Okay.
So, all right. So because this book is not just flat out erotica, we have our full spice scene tracker in this episode, like we did in Credence, where we're going to break down every spicy scene to a certain extent.
To a certain extent.
We're not going to give away all the funsies.
No, if someone in the chat wants to hear more, just type it in the chat and we will go a little in depth on it. But I'm going to give another little reminder that this book had some abusive sexual scenes in it, and we do talk about those in these breakdowns. So if you're not into that, you can mute if you'd like.
I'm going to put those trigger warnings back up on screen. So we're going to talk lightly on the abusive stuff, because it is some of the two initial spicy scenes in this book, unfortunately, which are not spice, they're abuse. But because it is sexual in nature, we are going to discuss it briefly.
Yeah, I just wanted to remind everybody, if you're
trigger warnings back up if it's not your jam, but here we go. We're gonna talk some spice.
So right out of the rip, chapter 1, Vic is Tessa's husband and his coercive marital sex. So this first happens in chapter 1, where pretty much Vic uses her body with a mechanical impersonal thrusts while she disassociates. So he pretty much just uses her whenever he feels like he wants to the point of he is a little abusive during it, with his grips that are bruising and things like that. So this sex scene had trauma and conditioning, and I would say consent, non-consent. Because she didn't say no, but she also didn't consent to it.
Yeah, but not in the fun way. This is definitely
she knows that
this is abusive. She's just there. She completely disassociates every time she has sex with her husband.
Yeah,
basically
he's extremely abusive. Cause she knows if she doesn't, then she'll get
she'll get told twice about it later, basically, kind of thing.
We don't want that.
Which unfortunately, now moving into the second spicy scene, chapter 5. He forces oral sex on her. Again, not spice. This is abuse. It's violent and it's graphic. Just to touch on it briefly, he basically punches her in the stomach, which knocks her to the floor, and forces himself on her orally. The tone of this is very violent, domination and humiliation. It's graphic. It's very acute, though, like as in brief. Like it happens very quickly in the book. It definitely sets the tone of what their marriage and relationship is like. So I understand the purpose of it. I will say that Nicole, the author, she doesn't put anything in the book that's not necessary for story building, character development, and plot understanding. So these were in there for a purpose. They weren't just in there to make you upset.
Yeah, and I don't think she gets like super unnecessarily graphic with these scenes, which I appreciated.
Well, this scene was pretty graphic, but it served a purpose.
But she could have been like, some books they get like really disgustingly graphic, and I don't think she is what I'm saying.
It wasn't gratuitous.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. All right. Yeah. Now we're moving on to the fun, like actual fun spicy scenes.
So we're getting a little deeper in the book. We're at chapter 7. And this is where Tessa meets the other main male character of this book, and she knows him as King at this time, so I'm going to use his name as that. So she's a nurse at a prison, and in the infirmary.
Psst.
What?
Psst. Bring your microphone closer to your mouth.
Okay.
There we go. Thank you.
Okay. So, kind of a situation where they have an explicit grinding and silent orgasm. So he kind of turns and kisses her, and it turns overwhelming, lighting her up from the inside. And she's not felt passion like that in a long time. So she starts kissing him back, surprising him, and he presses against her, and she realizes, oh, he is turned on by this. And he kind of snaps and shoves her against the walls, spreading her legs and lifting her, and she wraps her legs around him up against the wall. What?
Nothing. You're getting into it.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is a good scene.
It is a good scene. It's like it's a hot scene
so
because the whole time you're worried.
Yeah, so they're in this infirmary where
In the prison,
and he's an inmate, and so she is actually the warden's wife. And so anything that happens or she does anything, he knows about it because of who sees her. But they're by themselves at this moment.
well, she's the wife, but also one of the nurses in the infirmary.
Yes. So she kind of starts to moan. So he puts his hand over her mouth as he grinds against her, longingly, if you will, through their clothes. So they're like dry humping, essentially. And he whispers filth into her ear while biting and controlling her movements. And it gets like super intense. And I'm like, oh my God, you guys are going to get caught. Shit's going to go down. This is not going to be good for anybody. Because
the husband is going to find out.
Yeah, like this is not going to
She's going to get smacked around for it.
Yeah.
What was the tone of this scene?
The tone of this scene is public risk, choking, grinding, and loss of control and toxic desire.
Alrighty.
Obviously, Mary wanted me to end that scene for you.
Well, no, I wanted to
End
keep
it.
us moving. Trying to keep us on track.
Well,
All
this
right.
is the next big one, so you guys.
I know this is the big one. Scene 4, it's the chapter 15, the spite. What?
Do we need to put the wee-woos up? Or no?
Well, I mean, it's a spoiler, but I don't know if it is a spoiler because it's in the beginning, early, like first third of the book. It's like first act of the book.
Okay.
So, again, read the book. If you don't want to know, skip past it. I always suggest that if you want to know about the book, you can, we try to keep some of it to the imagination as far as keeping some of the mystery of the book. But most of the time, I think the people that are watching us have hopefully already read the book or they want to know if the book's worth reading. So if you don't want to hear, maybe we need wee-woos, different wee-woos for when we do a spice track or breakdown in case people don't want to hear all the spicy scenes. Mm-hmm. So things we're learning, we're always improving. So scene 4, chapter 15, the spice rating on this one, in my opinion, it's hot. So I gave it a 5 out of 5. This is, we'll just say post-death hallway scene.
Okay.
There we go. So she's at her home. Grayson King pulls her back from shot, grabs her jaw, and tells her she's done running. She curses at him, but he kisses her, igniting the desire and rage all at once. Like, he strips her out of her clothing, pins her in the hallway. Oh my goodness. Things get handsy. There's violence, yet tenderness. He worships her, which is always enjoyable, with ruthless intensity. She spirals a lot between panic and pleasure as all of this is happening. And then there's full-on consummation. I can't say some of the words. I just can't do it. Hand in her hair, teeth at her shoulder, whispering dark promises. The tone of this scene is grief-fueled obsession, violent desire, blurred consent, and emotional collapse. It's hot. It's spicy. It's, in my opinion, probably...
Well, my favorite part of this, though, is when they have brutal, like not brutal sex, but they have crazy sex on the floor. They both have their orgasms. She's like, okay, I'm done, and starts crawling away. And he's like, oh, is she not done yet? And he grabs her and pulls her back to him. And then they do it again.
Yeah, violent desire. Like when we say violence, it's not just an adjective. Like it's happening. Like there's a lot of what did I say? Blurred consent situations. Like they both
She
want
was
it.
into it.
She is into it. He's into it. There's a lot of things going on. I would say out of all the spicy scenes, I think this one was probably one of the more exciting ones. Probably the best one. What do you think? Do you think it's the best one?
I think this is the most aggressive one between the two of them.
Yeah. Do you think it's the most exciting one, though?
No.
Really? Oh.
Well, not for me. I mean, it's exciting, but I don't know.
All right. Well, you're on to scene 5. Hit it.
So scene 5, we fast forward through the book. A lot of shit happens. This is chapter 23 from 15 that we were just at, because now they're both out of the situations that they were in and they're separated. So she then is back in now King or Grayson's house, and he's protecting her. And she is able to wander around the mansion that he lives in, or a big house. And so she kind of gets into his room and she's like, oh, I'm going to look around in here if I can just do anything in it, but I can't leave. And he finds her and he blocks her exit and locks the door and pushes her onto the bed, essentially. And she threatens to like beat him up and that she doesn't want to be a part of this. And they kind of get tangled in limbs as she's trying to get past him, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of gives up and melts into his arms despite herself. And she whispers, make me forget, inviting him to erase her pain, that she is definitely in some trauma pain. So he does just that and worships her and gives her all the pleasure. And
This is one of the more tender moments, I think.
Yeah, and afterwards, she lays in his arms, imagining her life in another world, essentially. So this is a trauma bonding, emotional collapse, forbidden comfort, and blurred boundaries in this.
This is one of the more tender moments that they have together, her and Grayson or / King.
I feel like when they're
This is definitely a trauma bonding moment for both of them.
in a relationship turning a point.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh,
Hello, Kitty.
hello, fatty.
All right. Now we're in scene 6, which is the morning after the emotional, like, worshiping her situation.
All right, zoom in on you then.
All right, I'm
Since
going.
you keep zooming in on me.
Well, it gives you a break from the camera for a minute. All right, so chapter 29. This is also a spice rating of a 5 out of 5. We've got explicit oral, penetration, and it's very emotionally charged. So they wake together in bed. He kisses her. They're both vibrating with restrained intensity, and not that kind of vibrating, you dirty bird. I'm just kidding. He undresses her slowly. He asks if she trusts him as he touches her. She undresses him, exploring his body. Like, it's a very loving moment. He again worships her because apparently that is his favorite thing to do. So there's that. And then she begs for him, and then there's full on things going on and legs lifted over shoulders and things are happening.
Oh my gosh.
I can't do it. Throughout, and then they basically that night, throughout the night, he wakes her with the word again, and over and over again, they continually basically make love to each other. Mm-hmm. So the tone is obsessive hunger, toxic closeness, overwhelming physicality, and emotional surrender. Ooh. So it's a very, again, it's very hot. It's very emotionally charged.
They're building their relationship even more.
Yeah. They're becoming closer.
Yeah, because the next hot scene in chapter 32.
This is the last one.
This is the last and explosive scene. This is a 5 out of 5. Explicit penetration, emotional intimacy, and slow worship on this one. After treating his injuries, they were kind of in this brawl. So after treating his injuries, she touches his hair and he kisses her forehead. The most tender gesture he's given to her. Kind of just proclaiming that he loves her. And this is their bonding more and more as a couple, I think. in my opinion.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. And they, then he picks her up, kisses her, and they go down the hallway into his bedroom, and they can't keep their hands off each other. This passion is just overwhelming, and he strips her down, and
Things happen.
things happen, and she begs now to him, and he undresses her slowly, taking his time, worshiping her body with soft kisses and maddening caresses.
What's
And
What's the tone of this scene?
No, I'm not done.
Oh my goodness, you're going to keep going?
Yeah.
All right.
Because then he,
Sorry, Fatty, I need that.
yeah, then they're having some good sex, and he deliberately watches her, whispering, "Stay with me. I can't lose you." She
Aw.
answers, "You can't get rid of me if you tried." And something in him breaks at that moment.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, she realized she can't imagine life without him. His toxic... Oh, play that quote.
You want me to play the quote?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see if I can remember which quote it is. Keep reading.
Okay, well...
Tell them the tone while I find the
tone
quote.
is a slow worship, emotional vulnerability, toxic devotion, and explicit intimacy. So,
All right, here's the quote.
I lose myself in his kiss, his touch, his toxic love.
Dun, dun, dun.
toxic love.
All right. All right, we made it through our spicy scene tracker.
Lots of...
Might have to turn off the heater in here. I'm getting a little hot. And I got Kitty like,
He's...
why are you staring at me?
She's like, move so I can sit on your lap.
I think she does actually want to sit on my lap. All right, so are we ready? Okay, so why we rated this a 3 and it's not a 5. Although the spice is impactful, it's sparse. Raw rather than graphic, each scene serves an emotional unraveling rather than pure seduction. It's not about fantasy, it's about the damage that comes with need.
Yeah.
Does Grayson's obsession make their chemistry compelling or uncomfortable? In your opinion? Let's put up some pictures. That's what she looks like.
And...
Tessa.
Yeah, that's Tessa. In her nurse outfit. And then...
That's Grayson. Grrr, we like King. And we don't like Vic. There's the evil husband.
Yeah.
He's
The
a
warden
bad,
of the prison. And
he's
her
a bad dude.
Yeah, he's an abusive asshole.
But anyway,
I think his obsession is compelling. It never made me uncomfortable.
I don't think it made me uncomfortable either. I feel like his obsession was like understandable when you learn more of his backstory.
Yes, very much.
Like I get
Very
it,
much.
which he explains a little bit of that in the prison. So you get it sprinkled throughout the book.
Yeah. When Tessa gives in, is it about connection or simply survival, you think?
I think the first time it's about excitement and passion and something different. I think the second time it's survival, and I think after that it's more connection. I think it changes throughout the book. What do you think?
I agree.
All right.
That's it.
No, how does the emotional chaos surrounding them change the way these scenes land? Do they feel romantic or destructive?
I think they feel destructive at the beginning. And as their passion and relationship rebuild after being separated, I think then it becomes romantic to me.
I would agree. I think in the beginning it's definitely more destructive than it is anything, and then it changes. So cool. Well, that wraps up our spicy breakdown. Are we ready to move on?
Yeah, let's go down to the depths
All right.
of this book.
Darkness Breakdown.
I don't know what your fat cat wants from me.
She's just going to sit there and stare at you. That's what she does to me all the time.
Weirdo.
I know. The kitty's hanging out. We almost need a kitty cam, but we can't do that. I can try to see let's see if this one zooms up on her. Nope.
Nope.
Just cuts off her head.
God.
Well, it just shows the top of her head. All right. Darkness rating. What are we giving this book? Because I know what I gave it. I bet you
Yeah.
we're the same.
So the darkness in this book is pretty dark. It ranks up there with some of the darker books that we've read. I give it a 4 as well.
I concur.
Yeah, 4 definitely on the darkness. So if you're not into dark books, just maybe skip
This
one.
was, yeah. I mean, I didn't think it was going to be as dark as it turned out to be, honestly.
I did not either.
I was a little, again, didn't know anything about the book other than the blurb. And I try not to even read those. Like I said, I don't read trigger warnings. And I usually don't read blurbs about the book. Because I want to be surprised. So, why we rated it a 4? Well, Toxic by Nicole Blanchard delves into the kind of darkness that leaves scars, not just physical, but psychological.
Slow down.
Okay. The story confronts... Just kidding. The story confronts abuse, trauma, and the brutal cost of surviving without romanticizing it. Tessa Emerson's journey is shaped by cycles of control and pain, culminating in a graphic torture captivity scene spanning 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Like, it almost got to the point where towards the end of that whole situation, I was like, if this goes one more chapter, I'm skipping the next chapter.
Yeah.
It literally is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 3 full chapters of torture and captivity.
These
Again, trigger warning.
Yeah.
It's explicit.
These chapters are some of the most intense in the book. Explicit, disturbing, and emotionally exhausting. The violence inflicted on Tessa isn't written for shock value. It's meant to expose the horror of her reality and the strength it takes to endure it, which I completely agree. They're difficult to read and essential to the understanding of who she becomes afterwards. So I don't necessarily think it needed to go 3 chapters, but I get why it did. But it is very intense reading those chapters, and
It was hard to get through parts of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, is this poor lady ever gonna get out of this situation? I
don't think some people would have survived that.
No way. And she kept her sanity.
Well, I just feel like,
but I think that also goes back to her abusive husband, where she had to disassociate and just take it. And I think
she knew how to mentally protect herself, basically.
Yeah, and she did.
I know. It was just, for me, it was a little much. And I've read some really dark, abusive, horrible books. And even those, when they hit those scenes, are a little much. Like, it got to the point where I was like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
So, literally, by the time I got to that point, I was like, if this doesn't end soon, I'm skipping till it's over and moving on. That would be one of my criticisms. And I think it's a fair one, that the torture scene was a little overly extensive, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Grayson's darkness runs parallel. His guilt and obsession blur into self-destruction, and his desperation to save Tessa carries its own moral decay. Together, their story becomes a portrait of survival through ruin, where love exists but doesn't fix what's broken.
Yeah.
So again, that's why we rated this a 4 on the darkness schedule. Like, it's a pretty dark book. Like, the book opens chapter 1 with abuse. And
intense.
it pretty much stays pretty intense the whole book until the end. So,
Yeah.
all right.
So, go ahead.
Key emotional and thematic triggers.
So the graphic torture and physical abuse that span from chapters 19 to 21.
The psychological manipulation, captivity, and trauma recovery.
The emotional abuse and gaslighting, that's Vic and Tessa's dynamic.
That's the husband. Survivor's guilt and moral conflict.
And the obsession, guilt, and blurred morality in love. That happens.
Yeah. Why it's not a 5, the subject matter is extremely dark, but the narrative stays emotionally purposeful rather than gratuitous. The brutality serves the story to illustrate trauma and resilience, not to indulge in it. I'm a little questionable on that. There's pain, but also defiance. It's devastating, but not hopeless. So,
I mean, I got a little hopeless in there.
it felt, yeah, I still rated a 4 because, like, we've read books darker than this, where we've rated it a 5, where it was pretty evil. It was pretty dark in scenes. or the overall plot was dark to where, yeah, this one's pretty close though. I would
Yeah.
say it's almost a 4.5.
Yeah.
Probably a 4 or 4.5.
Yeah, I would agree.
All right.
So, how did you handle reading Tessa's torture scenes? Did they feel essential to her story or almost too much to bear? I think you kind of answered
I think
that.
I already answered that. Like,
It was like a little too much.
it
for
was
you.
bordered on excessive at certain points to the point where it was like, it just needed to be done at certain points. What about you? What did you think about the torture scenes? Like they were necessary to build some of the plot. I just think they're a little
and to
long.
show her resiliency and how she handles abuse, if you will, or torture. But that, I mean, she lived in that life with her ex or her husband for however many years they were married. So, I mean, I think it.
I think
shows-
torture's on a different level than abuse, though.
But I think the abuse taught her how to self-preserve, and so she used those skills when she was being tortured.
I would agree with that. Do you think Grayson's obsession is driven by guilt or genuine love?
I think he fell in love with her and her personality and like who she was as a person when he first met her. Because I think you can, I think he genuinely saw her for her when he would talk to her and how, but didn't really know the whole person, her whole person, if you will, until he later on met her.
Yeah.
But I think he was like, she's intriguing. She's broken. I have compassion for this person. She's beautiful. She's caring.
I think he wanted to fix her
And probably a little bit of fixing, yeah.
because of his past.
Mm-hmm. How about you?
I think it was guilt in the first half of the book and then maybe more towards love in the second half. And when I say guilt, I mean he kind of drags her into his whole, the reason why he's in the prison and his escape and all of that.
He uses
So I think
her.
he uses her. So I think there's guilt there. I think there's also guilt that ties back to his backstory that he's making up for. And Tessa's an outlet for that because he sees some of his something in his past in her. I'm trying not to spoil things. So I think it's in the beginning, it's guilt and for him to accomplish his goal. And then later on in the book, I think it's more love driven.
Do you think he saw a vulnerable person that he could use to get out?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Again, because he was there for a purpose. And I think as they spent time together, he could see what she was going through. And again, I think that kind of connected him to her. And from that, he built.
But he also knew he could manipulate and get out.
And I think it also built a connection with her and in a loving connection. Again, I think he saw some of his past in her or saw his past in her, which was partially guilt driven, partial compassion. And I think that kind of turned into love or their version of love.
I would agree with that.
After everything.
No, that's mine.
What?
That's my question.
Oh, well,
Is your shit highlighted, dude?
sorry.
Highlight the whole sentence then. After everything Tessa's endured, did the ending feel like healing or just aftermath of survival?
I think the ending felt like aftermath of survival. I think they both were surviving something, healing something in themselves, and I think they're still going through it at the end, but the ending is satisfying.
Agreed. I concur, sir.
You concur? I'm
I
glad.
concur. Why didn't I concur?
All right. Are we
What's
ready?
our next segment?
Here it comes.
Narrator reading.
Narrator. I love our segments. They're so much fun now. Oh, popcorn in the throat. Popcorn in the throat.
Oh, jeez. So, the narrators in this one was a duet narration, single POV by Tessa, from Tessa's point of view. So, Michelle Sparks and Aiden Snow were the two narrators in this. Do you have pictures of them?
Yeah, geez, slow down.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to help you out.
So there's Michelle Sparks, who's Tessa.
She almost looks like her.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. And then here's Aiden Snow.
Okay.
He's cool, but he doesn't look like he doesn't look. I mean,
bet
his,
without
his
his beard.
voice is good though.
I bet without his beard he would.
Maybe.
Unless he's got a double chin hiding under there.
I have no
what
idea.
you got, Aiden? What you got?
Should we play some of their... Let's do some of their voice samples. So here's Aiden Snow.
Well, boys, if you wanted to see me that much, then all you had to do was call.
I purposely picked that one because...
So gravelly.
Yeah. And we've got other quotes by both authors, so... Or both narrators, so we'll get to hear more of it. And then let's do Michelle Sparks.
There are mornings when I wake, not knowing or caring what day of the week it is. Sometimes I go whole stretches of time without ever checking the date. I prefer it that way. There's less chance of my having the hope of a better life if all the nothingness blurs together.
That's actually one of the opening lines in the book. So, okay. So, Michelle Sparks captures Tessa's pain and resilience with raw emotional precision. You feel every crack and every breath of strength. Like I would rate Michelle. I would give her 4 microphones.
Yeah.
I think she's definitely a 4 microphone narrator. Like, I enjoyed listening to her.
Yeah, I did too.
So
Aiden Snow, deep, restrained tone gives Grayson's presence gravity and quiet obsession without overpowering the story. For sure, I think Aiden did a great job narrating. I would also give him a 4.
You would give him a 4 out of 5?
Oh yeah, I'd give him a 5.
I think he was really good. Should we play one more quote? Here's one for just us spicy ladies out there.
Good girl.
It was gravelly.
We might have to put that into our permanent sound effects
Yep.
because that's one more time just for funsies.
Good girl.
Like, he's got a good girl.
He does.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. We'll have to make like a video with all our good girl recordings.
I don't have a whole, I mean,
We
there's
will
always,
eventually.
I'm going to have to go pull good girl recordings, aren't I? We're going to have to do like a year in review once we hit our 1 year, and we'll pull like good girl clips.
Yeah.
We'll clip together some stuff out of our episodes, funny stuff and serious stuff and argumentative stuff.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Write that down. Mental note.
Our mod's not on here.
I know. 1 year flashback, look back.
Yeah. Banana, are you still there? Banana should be our mod when Jean's not
I
around.
know.
I should give her mod privileges.
Banana, we need you to mod if you're not going to be on your hosting. Dang it. All right. So why we didn't rate this a 5 on the narration. Again, this is a duet narration, but single point of view from Tessa. So it's really great that they play each of their parts no matter the chapter we're in. But why it's not quite a 5, the single point of view duet means Aiden's presence is intermittent, which can feel sparse in long stretches. Side character differentiation is occasionally subtle, but the performances remain emotionally powerful and deeply immersive. Again, this was a really enjoyable book to listen to. Like, the narrators have great voices. They embodied the characters really well. So, what did you love most about the female narrator's performance, and was there anything that didn't land for you?
No, I think she did a great job, and she definitely had a good tone when she needed to, like with the abuse and the torture, and you're like, oh God, maybe that's why those 3 chapters were so intense, is because you can really feel them through her voice of her really going through that and how she was feeling.
Yeah,
maybe that's why they were so intense.
I would agree with that. Like, I really feel like those were they were hard to listen to. And she does do a great job in the fact that you can tell when she's speaking out loud and when she's internal monologuing in those chapters. I mean, obviously they say it in the book, but I'm just saying, like, even if they didn't, you could tell the difference. Like, she really is very talented voice actress.
Yeah, she did a great job.
So
how did Aiden Snow's delivery shape your impression of Grayson? What worked and what didn't?
Oh man, I don't think anything didn't work. I'm not gonna lie, Aiden Snow is up in my top narrators after this book. Like
Okay.
this book, like his voice is it's up there with Troy Duran, who I also really enjoy, who's also done JT Gessinger's books, or has done JT Gessinger's books. It's in that same realm. It's like that deep, very masculine, very lingering, verbose tone, and I just think he does such a great job for me differentiating between the different male characters that he plays, because he does Vic's voice too. Yeah. So you can tell the difference between Vic and you could tell the difference between Vic, her husband, and Grayson / King in the book. And I definitely will put Aiden Snow in my top 5 narrators of all time. So to date, we need to also write that down. Our non-existent mod. We also need a list of our favorite narrators, so we can do that at our year of our top 5s.
Yeah.
So anyways, keep going.
Okay, sorry. That was it for me.
Oh.
I was deleting that. cheap
Okay,
boost.
good. Did the duet narration enhance the emotion or make the story harder to sit with?
No, it enhanced it for sure.
As it always does.
As it always does.
Yes.
Agreed.
All right. All right. So overall, we gave this a 4 out of 5 on narration. Yay. We need an applause sound effect. All right. Moving on.
Segment.
Tropes and tension.
All righty.
Right. This is a tropes galore.
Yep. We're just going to knock these out so we can get right to the questions on this, right?
Mm-hmm. So this is a toxic relationship. Attraction and obsession twisted into survival and self-destruction.
It's got the protector obsession dynamic. Grayson's fixation on Tessa blurs the line between rescue and possession.
It's got trauma bonding, intimacy born from shared violence and pain rather than romance.
Revenge and retribution. Every act of love or mercy carries the shadow of vengeance.
Mm-hmm. Morally gray area. No one's clean, and every choice comes with blood on it.
Stalker obsession. Grayson's need to watch over and protect Tessa crosses boundaries he can't uncross.
Mm-hmm. The forbidden connection, the line between right and wrong, doesn't just blur, it vanishes completely in this book.
Then we have the Harley and Joker vibes. It's volatile, unhinged chemistry that feels equal parts devotion and destruction.
Mm-hmm. Prison nurse and prisoner dynamic, born from proximity, fueled by tension, and made dangerous by circumstance.
Ooh, damaged hero and broken heroine both lead with wounds instead of hope, finding solace in the dark. I forgot to put up, well, we'll put it up in a minute. Keep going.
Yeah, captivity and survival. The torture chapters 19 through 21 push the character's limits physically and emotionally.
Yep, and that's the closest thing I could get to an image or something for that, because AI did not like it. Again, it was pretty gnarly, so that's the closest I can get. Her arms are meant to be strung up, not by her neck, but that's what I got. We're taking that down because it's graphic. All right. You just did captivity and survival.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Morally black anti-hero. Grayson doesn't toe the gray line. He's past it. Ruthless, loyal, and beyond redemption.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So lots of tropes in this book, but good tropes. Like, it makes sense for the story that it's telling.
Yeah. So which trope grabbed you most, or did it make the story oh my god,
Oh, or did it make this story irresistible or hard to stomach?
yes, I don't know why I couldn't read that. I'm like,
Is your brain short? It's like
just like
pew,
need to
power
reboot.
down,
I need a
reboot,
battery.
reboot your brain.
I'm like, I know this word, why can't I say it?
Which trope grabbed me the most?
Yeah.
I thought the forbidden connection and the prison nurse prisoner dynamic was my favorite trope.
Same. The nurse and the prisoner.
Which is only in the first third of the book.
I know.
I mean, it's a whole third of the book, but I was sad that when it ended.
Same. I was like, I kind of wanted it to last a little longer.
Well, when we get into key moments and stuff, we'll talk a little bit more about like the overall criticisms and things we loved about the book and things we didn't like about the book.
Yeah.
Things we would change. Did the Harley Joker style energy between Tessa and Grayson feel romantic, dangerous, or both?
I think right out the rip, it felt dangerous. And I didn't think it felt romantic. I felt like it was dangerous and it was obsessive. Or like, yeah, or not obsessive. I don't think that's the right word for it. But it was dangerous and like naughty. I don't know what another good word for that is.
Forbidden?
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. The Harley Joker style energy, I feel like it came later on.
Really?
Like, I feel like that was later in the book after, like, the warehouse and she was healed and they were kind of teaming up. It was more in that area. I felt it more. I don't know. It definitely isn't my favorite trope. It was good. It was fine.
Yeah.
It added to the story, but it's not, like, my favorite.
That's fair.
When you mix obsession, guilt, and forbidden desire, is redemption even possible, or is it just beautiful ruin?
I think it's, I mean, it shows in this book that it's redeemable, right?
Well, is it possible
Yeah.
or beautiful ruin?
No, I think it's possible. I think it almost ruined, but didn't. I think he made it where it was possible and didn't ruin by his compassion and love. Or it could have been very volatile.
I think he made the redemption possible, but he
Yes.
also started the whole process. So it's his fault, but he also brought it to fruition.
Yeah, but she would still be in that toxic relationship otherwise too. If it weren't for
That's
him.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
he made it possible.
Mm-hmm.
He caused the problem, but then also was able to give her the redemption she wanted.
Yeah.
So he was a catalyst of everything. Again, good book.
On a scale from I need therapy to I could fix him, where does Grayson land for you?
I need therapy.
Like,
Or
because
I
you
could
like
fix
him.
or I could fix him.
Yeah, like you could fix him, or like I need therapy because I like him, or I think is
In a fictional fantasy world, because I don't believe you can fix people.
you need therapy.
But if we're in a fictional fantasy world, like, I don't know if I would want to fix him. Like, he is who he is. That's what makes his character enjoyable and interesting. So I don't know if I would want to fix him or I would just want to be along for the ride. There should be a
Yeah.
third option.
You can make a third option.
There you go. My third option is I'm along for the ride.
We'll see where it lands you.
All right. What about you?
Yeah, Banana thinks I need therapy. I think you could fix him. You need
therapy if you think you can fix
I
him.
concur completely.
We agree. All right. So what are you? So are you? I need therapy. I could fix him, or are you on third option? I'm along for the ride.
I'm along for the ride because you can't fix people. They have
I
to
agree.
fix themselves. You can support, but
You can support them while they work on themselves, but I agree. You can't fix people.
yeah.
I don't know. Tell us what you think down in the comments below. Can you fix people?
Or are they just fucked?
Well, I hope not. All right, here we go. Next segment.
Key moments and notable quotes.
I can't get over our voiceovers in those sections are just so much fun.
I know, I love it. Hold on 1 second.
Oh my God, your face is in the screen. Ah!
I know, I'm just gonna do this.
What are you doing?
I just made Anna a moderator.
Banana, you're a mod. Don't break stuff. Totally effed. All right, here we go. All right, key moments and notable quotes. We're going to hit those key moments hard and fast. So
Like
we
he
can
did to
move on
her?
to those quotes. What'd you say?
Like he did to her?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
the first time. All right. First key moment is Tessa's breaking point. The story opens with Tessa trapped in a violent, manipulative marriage to Vic, setting the stage for her emotional and physical imprisonment.
So the next notable moment is when she meets Grayson's arrival in the prison. Grayson enters the story as a new inmate at the prison where Tessa works as a nurse. Their connection begins in a quiet moment of tension and curiosity. A dangerous spark born in a place meant to crush people, not awaken them.
All right. All right. The next is the prison escape and a death. Grayson escapes custody after a staged medical emergency, while Tessa's confrontation with Vic ends in a traumatic way during a violent struggle. It's the first moment she takes back control, but at a devastating cost.
After that, Tess is on the run. After Vic's... Should I say that?
Sure.
Okay. After Vic's demise, Tessa leaves everything behind, including Grayson. She disappears to start over. Despite building a life of her own in her own terms, it's a turning point where survival finally becomes self-determination and not dependence. So she really learns who she is and what she wants to do, I think, at this point.
Or she's just trying to get away.
Yeah. And
Right.
she's in survival mode.
Pew! All right. The next key moment is torture and survival. Tessa endures unimaginable abuse that exposes both her fragility and her strength. These chapters define the novel's core darkness. So, back over to you.
Okay. Now we're in the captivity. In the aftermath of Tessa's imprisonment and the psychological torment stripped her down to survival instincts, these scenes reveal the full scope of her trauma and Grayson's consuming need to protect her, no matter the cost.
Nice. All right. Then we hit the reunion. After physically healing and captivity, Tessa and Grayson's connection deepens in a way that feels more like confession than comfort.
The final confrontation is the next pivotal moment of this book where Grayson's vengeance forces him to face whether he's saving Tessa or destroying what's left of them both.
And then there's the ending, the fragile sense of peace. Not a perfect healing. It's survival with scars, not a fairy tale. So those are our key moments, hard and fast.
Hard and fast.
Fuck.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Are we ready for these quotes? They're all sound clips this time, which will
love
be
it.
great. It'll be fun. We're just going to hit them one right after another. So here we go.
That's where you're wrong. I think I'm exactly what you need.
He's a craving I can't quite shake, a disease slowly spreading through me. Who exactly is Grayson, and what the fuck have I gotten myself into? If he's an addiction, I welcome the rush. Give me another hit, and another, until it kills me, or gives me a taste of heaven.
Damn.
I know there's some really good ones in here. All right, here we go. Here's the next one.
I wouldn't let you go, but I'd spend every day convincing you to stay.
He's so...
He's got a good voice.
He does have a good voice.
He really does. All right. And then last one.
I lose myself in his kiss, his touch, his toxic love. I lose myself in his kiss.
And then one last one, just again for funsies.
Good girl.
It's just, he's got a great voice. All right, here we go. Which quote hit the hardest or stayed with you after you finished the book, if one did?
I don't think any quote was I was like, ooh, that. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what I just said there, but
I don't know. What was that?
Just a little-
Ooh-ya? Booyah?
it was a little
What was that?
It's a little bit of a gobbledygook. What about you?
I would say like when I was actually like listening to the book and one the one that I marked and I was like, oh, that stands out was this one.
Who exactly is Grayson? And what the fuck have I gotten myself into?
Like listening to the book, I actually marked that as like a quote to have. So
Yeah.
I annotated it.
Oh, you annotated that.
Yes. All right. Next question.
How did these key moments shape your feeling about the relationship? Was it tragic, redemptive, or something in between?
I don't know. I feel like we touched on that a lot.
Yeah. So tragic?
Something in between.
Yeah, something in between.
If your Kindle had a trauma limit warning, would toxic have set it off halfway through?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It did.
I don't think it would take halfway through. I think it would take before you hit halfway.
Yeah.
I mean, it opens with some abuse. So
Yeah, I think right off the rip, if you read chapter 1, you were like, "Oh shit, I don't want to read this."
yeah, you're going to know right away if this is a book for you.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which,
Wrap up and ratings.
I love it.
all right, let's hit our spicy rating. We both voted 3 out of 5 because although there wasn't a ton of spice, it was emotionally raw and fueled by obsession more than seduction. The heat hits hard, but stays rooted in pain, guilt, and need.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was good. There were some definitely hot scenes that made it worthwhile.
Yeah, there's some
So.
good spicy scenes.
All right.
The darkness rating we gave like a 4.5 because of the heavy emotional trauma, the torture, the captivity, and the psychological manipulation made this deeply unsettling and powerful read for sure. That's why we gave it that almost a 5.
Almost a 5. All right. And then our overall narrator rating, we gave a 4 golden microphones. Michelle and Aiden bring the story to life with gut-wrenching emotion and intensity. A haunting duet performance through a single point of view. Again, the narrators were great. I loved the narration in this book. It made it all that more enjoyable. So, all right. Let's give before we go into who this book is perfect for, let's give some of our final critiques about this book real quick.
Okay, hit it. Oh, jeez.
I'm throwing stuff. I would say my overall review of this book is I think it's enjoyable. It's a quick, easy read. I think the spice is fun and sexy. My criticisms, which is I wish the book was about 3 times thicker. I think that the story and the plot and the characters were a great starting point. I wish the author had fleshed everything out more. Mm-hmm. I think it would have been like the book is about this thick. Hold on. The book is about yay thick. I don't know what, like an inch thick.
Yeah.
It's not huge. I think if it was about double, triple in size, I think this would be one of my top favorite dark romances because I think everything had a good base to it. Like the base plot, story, backstories, the base character notes that she was able to touch on in the book that we have. I think it would have been so much better if it would have been longer.
Like she went into more in depth and each key moment, like
the whole like abusive marriage, prison nurse storyline could have been longer. They could have learned more about each other. They could have fleshed out more of their backstories. Mm-hmm. More of her backstory with Vic, more of his backstory of his younger life and how he got into the profession that he's in. Because we didn't talk about that, and let's not, because I don't want to ruin. That's a good spoiler for the book. We should leave that out.
Okay.
Grayson's profession,
Oh, yeah.
because we didn't touch on that at all. I just feel like if the book was 3 times longer or twice as big, that could have been longer. There could have been more story. There could have been more interactions between them in the prison. The escape could have been a little bit more detailed.
Uh-huh.
The after the escape and the situation with the climax of the first third of the book could have been. I feel like there could have been so much more. I feel like, again, good base building blocks for a much longer story.
Yeah.
I think I would have liked it to have been a little bit more thick. Thick.
That's what she said.
I know. All right, what about you? But overall, I liked the book. I just think I wanted more out of it.
I think I really like her. I think it's because I like her writing.
Yeah, her voice as an author is excellent.
Yes, her voice as an author is excellent. I think that's why we want more out of it. And I agree.
I wanted the story to be longer.
Yeah, you wanted more in depth. I'm with you on that. I agree. It could have been longer.
I mean, just think about her on the run after the whole prison escape and Vic's situation, like her on the run trying to establish a new life. That could have been her, kind of like in the movie Enough, where like she sets up a life, gets everything in place, and then, oh crap, has to move again.
Yeah.
Like him stalking her and following her and tracking her could have been a bigger section of the book. And I think it would have really added to the slow burn tension that she could have put in the middle.
Yeah, agreed.
It would have made the redemption arc at the end and the love story and all of that, there would have been more payoff.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. It
So
does.
that's my overall impression and criticism's general review of the book. Like, I liked it. I wanted more.
I mean, that's fair. It's not a bad criticism.
No, it's a good criticism.
Yeah,
if that
exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah. It shows that you liked her writing.
Yeah, I'll probably read other books by her. Like I said, I'll probably try and find a fatter book by her, or maybe she goes into more detail.
Yeah.
So, alrighty.
But who's this book perfect for?
Oh goodness, let's see. Okay, let's talk about who's gonna absolutely love this one. If you crave dark, emotional, torturing stories where love, violence, and obsession completely blur together, then this one's got your name on it. If you live for a Harley Joker energy where devotion feels dangerous and you can't look away, this is 100% up your alley. And if you're the type who wants an audiobook that leaves you feeling wrecked in the best way possible, Michelle Sparks and Aidan Snow deliver every ounce of that pain and passion. Basically, if you want survival, trauma, and just a whisper of hope that hurts to hold, this book is for you. But hold on a second. Mm-hmm. Who really won't like this book?
All right. Now for the PSA of the week. Who should probably back away slowly? If you need your romance safe, soft, or redemptive. This is not your vibe. And if you can't handle graphic violence, torture, or emotional manipulation, you'll want to skip this one because Toxic dives headfirst into this. Also, if you need a clean, tied up with a bow, happy ending, yeah, Toxic gives you survival and not salvation.
Yep.
On this one, if you're triggered by things, I definitely recommend reading the trigger warnings. Because when I was reading them out loud to do my voiceover for it, I was like, oh, shit. I hadn't read the book yet, and I was like, oh, okay.
How many times did it take you to record it?
I think probably 5.
I think this one was the hardest book summary for me to record because it was told in Tessa's voice. So I had listened to the book and then went to record the book summary. So obviously I'm not a voice actor. These are not the droids you're looking for. Like, I tried my best to bring some emotive energy to reading the summary because it had like her talking about herself and like her situation in it, and it was hard. I think it took me like 5 or 6 times to record it, and then I had to kind of splice it together anyway.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
All right,
It's hard
so
to do voiceovers. I give it props to these voice actors.
and they do it for hours and hours, and like
I
a
know.
full-time 8-hour, 10-hour day in a
It's their job.
sound booth, and that's intense.
Intense.
All right, so final thoughts. Toxic isn't here to comfort you. It's here to confront you.
Nicole Blanchard writes a story that bleeds honesty and obsession, providing that sometimes survival isn't about walking away unscarred. It's about walking away at all. Grayson and Tessa's story isn't love in the traditional sense.
Oh, let's see.
It's what happens when
You read my part.
Well, you're like going forever.
Oh my goodness. Well, you read the traditional sense part. It's what happens when two
Oh.
broken people collide and somehow manage to keep breathing.
Oh, I didn't see that highlighted.
Yeah, you yell at me about my
All right.
stuff.
Did you walk away from this book emotionally wrecked or weirdly satisfied?
Weirdly somewhat satisfied.
Same. I agree with that.
If you could rate Grayson on a he needs therapy scale, what number are you giving him? 1 to 5?
1 to 5?
Yeah. Our scales are always 1 to 5.
Okay, 1 no therapy, 5 therapy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like definitely a 5.
Of he needing therapy, this is Grayson, not Tessa.
Yeah, he still needs therapy, dude.
I don't know if he's a 5 level.
Okay.
He's more well adjusted than her.
Well, they both need therapy.
Well, yeah.
I think he's a 5.
Okay, fair enough.
What do you think?
I'd probably put him at like a 3 or a 4. Like, I think he's moved past it other than when Tessa became involved. Like, he's living a functioning life.
Yeah, so is she.
In an abusive, manipulative marriage.
Afterwards.
No, she's not.
Well,
She's
now
barely surviving.
Well, because she has to be on the run because she's wanted for murder.
And for possibly breaking a prisoner out of prison.
Yeah, so I mean, she's
I don't know. I would say she's a 5. He's more like a 3.
okay.
In my opinion. That's just my opinion. All right.
You can have it.
Your question.
I just asked mine.
No, I asked that he needs therapy. You're on question 3.
Oh shit. After finishing,
Dude.
I know. Sorry. After finishing Toxic, are you downloading a dark romance or a self-help book?
Well, always a dark romance. I don't read self-help books.
I think it's more of, did you feel like you needed some self-help after that book?
Yeah, I definitely so whenever I read a really dark book, I like reading a more lighthearted, fun, lovey-dovey book.
Afterwards.
Yeah. I need a little aftercare.
Yeah, that's a good aftercare.
Yeah. So like after any dark romance, I like a lighter book in general. So yeah, I tend to go for something a little bit more fluffy, not super fluffy, but it's just something less dark.
Yeah.
What about you?
Same.
What's your aftercare?
Well, here's the problem. Okay?
our
this is
our
a-
schedule?
No, but
Oh.
this is a standalone. But if this had more books to it,
Oh yeah.
I would have just kept listening to all of this traumatic books, like I did with "I Will Break You" by Gigi Six, and then I went and started reading. Is it Taming Seraphine, which is like the first part of those series of books?
Oh, you just stayed in the GG Sticks trauma world.
Holy shit! I gotta.
You just gave yourself trauma?
I gotta meet this author because how does she her books are crazy written.
They're haunting Adeline times 2.
Yeah,
In my opinion, they're a little crazy.
and they don't get any lighter.
So
She-
she's a dark girly is what you're
She's
saying.
yeah. But I wonder, like, sometimes, yeah, I don't know.
What?
I could go on a big tangent about meeting, like, wanting
Random
to-
tangents are totally allowed. We're at the end of the segment anyway.
We are at the end.
So what is it? Go into it.
How does this author compare? This author
Compared to who?
to like GG6 Banana.
She's lighter than GG Sticks.
Yeah,
By a
she's-
smidge.
Yeah, she's way lighter than GG6. GG6 is deeper than Haunting Adeline, in my opinion.
It's darker, you mean?
Yeah.
It's a
darker,
hard
and she
one.
goes deeper into those books, and then her other books are just as crazy. And
If you
gory
like
and-
dark,
not
if you want to
gory, but
go off the deep end in dark, I would say
she's a good,
Gigi Sticks is definitely off the deep end.
yeah. And I went off the deep end for like a month, man.
See, I can't do that.
But
Like, I
then-
definitely will read a series all the way through if it's good.
It's at the last book. I forget which one it was. I was like, okay, I gotta stop this. I can't, because they get a little bit of repetitive with like, or
The spicy scenes or what?
no, they're not repetitive. They're just like she draws them out a bit more to make the books longer, I think. And at one point, I was like, okay, can we just stop this being dramatic?
Can we just wrap it up?
Yeah, can we wrap this up now? Because I'm a little over it. But I think it's because I just like pounded reading them, you know? Pun intended.
That's what she said.
But then I read like,
Magical Midlife Madness?
no, the Alchemist and
The Renee Renner books?
the Renee Renner books. And God, she, again, phenomenal writer. Have you read any of her books?
No, I
yet?
haven't. Dude,
Dude, I read
there are
those.
so many books to get through right now.
I really wish I would have had read one of her books before I met her. We met her at the Rocky Mountain Readers Retreat, and she is just wonderful.
She's a hoot.
She's a hoot, but her writing is amazing. She's super detailed.
Off the charts, is it?
Yeah, and like I'm reading this, and she goes so in depth with like certain things that you're like, God, she had to have done so much research to write this chapter to know about all these like crystals and gems of the book that I'm reading right now, and it just floors me. And she's so well written. Like, you don't have to zoom in on me, but I love your books. If you ever watch this, and I want to meet you again so you could talk about it. But I highly recommend to join her Discord, because she's always on there and does live chats with her fans and stuff. But if you haven't read one of her books, I highly recommend it. It's definitely going to be on our TBR soon. We'll do maybe her Alchemy and what book is that? Why can't I think of the name? It's right here. Yes. Amethyst and Alchemy. And it looks like Mare. It's Alchemy and Amethyst and Alchemy. This is the book I'm reading right now by her. And it looks like Mare.
Haven't you already read that book?
No, I read her Big Pink book. And her emotional support pig. Oh my God. But pigs are my favorite. And I love, he has his own little backpack and his own little emotional support pig stuffy he carries with him. Oh my God. But it's so well written. So
I'll get to it when I get to it. We've got I've got so many books on my TBR just for the podcast alone, not to mention my personal TBR, not to mention Rocky Mountain Readers Retreat TBR. But on that same tangent, Gigi Sticks was good. If you want to dive deep into the dark stuff,
she's a good writer too.
She's a good writer, and it's good. Like I said, we already did I Will Break You. Mm-hmm. Emotional support pig with an emotional support pig. Yes, banana. Yeah, she's good. See, okay, so let's do it this way. Another, we're going to go off on a few random tangents right now. Who is your guilty pleasure author?
Ooh.
Because I've got two. And I probably got, definitely two. Maybe three. Come on. You got to have one.
Guilty pleasure on
you're I just want to sit down. I want to read a book. I know I'm going to like it. It doesn't matter what book it is. If it's written by this author, I'm going to love it. Your guilty pleasure author.
So Rachel Rainier is becoming one of mine because I love all her books and I love her writing. I think K.F. Breen is also on that top of my list for that.
Oh, no.
Holy shit, man.
I lost my paper. I can't reach it. This is why we need this new studio. We're like jammed in here like sardines. I would say my guilty pleasure author is either...
Keep hitting your microphone. It's driving me crazy.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get comfortable. I would say... Well, you're closer to it.
You have the remote.
I don't think it works right now. There we go. Oh, thank God. Oh, shush.
Ooh. Okay,
You-
keep going.
You just thought of your guilty pleasure author?
No, I mean, I have a couple. Like, K.F. Breen is one of mine. I really like her books. Rachel Rainier is becoming on that top of that list, too.
Mm-hmm.
I have the new one by
Brian Weaver?
yeah. Can I think of my stuttering right now?
Is your brain like needing a reboot? Will you let the cat out?
No.
She's standing by the door. Let her out. Oh my God. I would say my guilty pleasure authors are, I've got so many.
3. You get 3.
All right, I get 3. Ah, crap. I would say in the romance genre, I would say it'd be J.T. Gessinger, H.D. Carlton. I like her books. Ooh, and it's a toss-up between... Oh, man. It's a toss-up between... Crap. Either Bryn Weaver, Nevessa Allen, or oh crap. Hold on. I gotta look her up. The one that does Holly Roberts. She's up there too.
Yeah. I listened to all of those.
I also like KF Breen. Like the Leveling Up series is good too.
Her other books are so good too. They're super fun, lighthearted reads, and I think that's why I like them. And then I get to like, Gigi Sticks is on there too. I wish she had more books. I've done all her books. She has no more books.
Well, and I think that's the problem is like there's plenty of books I could read by those other authors because I haven't definitely delved deep into their entire collection. But like I have one for like my dark romance, which is like H.D. Carlton and J.T. Gessinger. I don't know if she's really dark. She's just so well written, and I like her spicy scenes. And then I love my rom-com, which is K.F. Breen.
Yeah.
I consider Bryn Weaver a rom-com with like a sprinkling of dark.
Yeah.
And the same goes for Nevessa Allen. I consider her a rom-com author with a sprinkle of dark in there. So that's just the way I see them. Like they're light and funny and they're comedic and it's a good time. So now that we went on like a 20-minute tangent, but
Banana, do you have any favorite authors that you like?
Yeah, Banana.
Yeah.
Write that down. We'll have to again revisit this at our 1-year anniversary episode.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I know. We need to be taking notes.
Oh, I'm sure Banana is.
Doubtful.
She's always a good note taker.
I know. All right.
Okay.
Are we ready for our next segment? Our last
She said
segment?
Brand Weaver for sure.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree.
All right,
She
you
has
ready?
a new book out.
She does.
I have it.
Do you know the name of it?
It is Tourist.
Tourist Season.
Is it Tourist Season?
I think it's Tourist Season.
It's my next one on my TBR. So
I'm actually reading
Tourist Season. Yep.
So that's the next one on your TBR. Right now I'm listening to Blackthorn by J.T. Gessinger. That just came out.
But on our podcast TBR, we're going to tell you the next one we're going to review
right now.
On the next episode of Sisterhood of the Steamy Reads.
All right, sisters, that wraps up episode 25 and our descent into the dark, messy world of Toxic by Nicole Blanchard.
But don't get too comfortable because next time we're trading our trauma for tinsel.
That's right. Episode 26 is Blame It on the Eggnog by Samantha Baca. And let's just say holiday cheer isn't the only thing getting unwrapped.
Expect spicy small town shenanigans, questionable life choices, and maybe a little too much eggnog.
It's festive, it's flirty, it's full of bad decisions under the mistletoe, and we are so here for it.
Because here at the Sisterhood, stockings aren't the only thing getting filled.
All right, everybody.
Join us the next time for Eggnog by Samantha Baca.
Blame it on the eggnog.
Blame it on the eggnog.
All right.
All right.
Don't forget to like, share, comment. It helps us in the algorithm. Leave us what your TBR is looking like for the next couple of books.
And any recommendations you have for us or anything you want to see in our new studio.
Yes, follow us on TikTok, here on YouTube. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a bunch. We always leave a ton of info in the description box, so make sure you check that out.
And we're always live on Twitch.
All right, everybody. We will catch you later.
Good night.